And welcome everyone to Albuquerque, New Mexico as we conclude Week 9 action in the SFLm. We have one team who is fighting for their playoff lives and will be scoreboard watching, while the other team is looking to end the regular season with a perfect record. It's the Salt Lake Rustlers taking on the Albuquerque Adams. With the Commissioner Kevin Irvine back at SFL headquarters, this is T. Roy Gaines, and my partner tonight, who's very happy with what happened earlier in today's action, Philadelphia Collins himself, Wade Phillips. How's it going, Wade?
Doing absolutely spectacular, T-Roy, and really looking forward to a great game that's really got playoff implications. Albuquerque's already punched their ticket, but Salt Lake City has to take matters into their own hands. They can't leave it up to Madison losing, but they have to get this win to punch their ticket to the playoffs.
As you mentioned just now, Salt Lake City will make the playoffs if they win, pull off a huge upset tonight, or if Madison loses. Madison's currently up 7-3 in their game, while Madison needs to win and Salt Lake to lose to make the playoffs. Well, Salt Lake will get the ball first to start today's action. The Adams are wearing the black helmets, neon green jerseys with black pants. Salt Lake, black helmets, white jerseys with black pants. And the kick is underway. Fielded inside the 5. Past the 20. Stop at the 23-yard line. Return is made by Grant Hickman. And that's where Tommy Utah and the Rustlers will start their first possession of the game. Let's go over the offensive stars for the Rustlers. Utah is the quarterback. Running backs are Brooke Beisel and Terrell Sutherland. Wide receivers are Ace Sharp and Kelsey Brown. Tight end, Euron Hammer. And they star kicker, Sonny J. Those are your offensive stars for the Rustlers. It's 1st and 10. Utah drops back. Quick pass is incomplete. Pass was attended to number 86, Branson. It'll be 2nd and down.
Just couldn't quite get that pass completed, and that would have been a nice little pickup to start this game and start this drive off, but unfortunately just couldn't come down with the pass.
Let's go over the defensive stars of the Adams real quick. On the line is Frank Stackhouse and Tiger Santana. The linebackers are David Ware and Yakov Solotov. Corners are Daniel Valentine and Don Fletcher. Safeties are Ronnie Renfro, Robert Ivory, and Dante Grimm. Those are your defensive stars for the Adams. Beisel gets the carry, goes up the gut, got a nice hole. Gets stopped after an 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 31.
And Salt Lake City's known more for the passing game, but Brooke Beisel will really make you pay if you leave any room for her to work, and she is really shifty out there and can make people miss.
3rd and 2. As Utah drops back to pass, throws it, fires, and is caught for a 1st down. Be 1st and 10 at midfield. Tackle made by Kelsey Brown, who needs 69 yards receiving to reach the 1,000-yard mark this season.
And that's a good start right there. Really picks up a nice gain right there. And Kelsey Brown's been spectacular all season, near the top in receptions and receiving yards. And really, she makes people pay when they leave her alone too wide open.
He's 6'2", 190 pounds, a great receiver for the Rustlers. Utah gets shotgun snap, fires it to the middle. Caught for a 5-yard gain. Pass is caught by Brown again.
They're really targeting her early, and it's been a nice kind of methodical drive so far for Salt Lake, and really they need a lot of this to get today to get a win and punch their ticket.
And no backs in the backfield. 4 wide receivers set for Utah. Quick pass to Brown. Caught, gets her ribs destroyed. But after a catch that is stopped at the 40-yard line, Albuquerque will be 3rd and inches.
And she shows a little bit of swagger after taking that big hit. And really, kudos for coming down with the ball and maintaining the catch. But great job so far. And really, they just need a couple inches to get this 1st down and keep this drive alive.
Brooke Beisel get the carry on this 3rd and inches. She is sidecar right of Utah. It'll be a play action pass. Utah needs to watch out. No, he gets sacked by David Ware, the inside linebacker. 2nd sack of the season, and that's how this drive will come to the end.
Just a spectacular play by Albuquerque, and David Ware, really, he's been all over the field this season and really that's his second sack of the season and could not have come in a bigger time this game early on.
Frank Gussie is the punter. Gets the kick away. Fielded inside the 10. Taken to the 20-yard line. Return is made by Trey Saunders, and that's where the Adams will start their first possession with the quarterback, Trellis Blanton. Running back is Douglas Brown, one of the best in the league. Wide receivers is Henry Meyer III, Nate Ritters. Tight ends, Paulie Truth. The kicker is Dave Merrill. Those are your offensive stars for the Adams. Well, they face a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Offset eye as Blanton will drop back the pass. Plenty of time. Needs to get rid of the ball. He does not in time. That's a 10-yard loss. Combo sack led by Bogey Barr, the outside linebacker.
And that just absolute horror start for Albuquerque and Salt Lake, really picture perfect for their defense. And really kind of an interesting tidbit, Douglas Brown on the ground has more yards this season than Trellis Blanton through the air. And that was just at the start of this ballgame.
2nd and 20, we go over to defensive stars of Salt Lake. Shortly, this will be a swing pass to Brown. Brown was able to cut it up the field after a 2-yard gain on that reception. Let's go over to defensive stars of the Salt Lake real quick. Defensive end is Marcus Sledge. The linebackers are John Martin, Bogey Barr, and Zeus Howard. Corner is Gerard Brody. Safeties are Isaiah King III, Kenny Slider, and Frankly Custer. 3rd and 18. Those are your defensive stars for Salt Lake. And it'll be a pass over the middle. It's caught. What a great diving catch and great run after the catch by Nate Ritters. What a way to extend this drive. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Absolutely spectacular play. Trellis Blanton just lofts it right over the defense. Just perfect spot where only Nate Ritters could catch it. And really, Nate Ritters is an absolutely spectacular receiver. He averages 15.9 yards per reception, and that really just adds to that and just shows why he is explosive down there.
He's over 600 yards receiving, with 3 touchdowns in today's game. That carried by Browns for 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 39.
And it'll be interesting to see if Salt Lake can maintain this stranglehold on the Albuquerque rushing game, because Douglas Brown is absolutely prolific back there. He has 19 touchdowns this season, which is just phenomenal.
He's well over 1,300 yards rushing entering today's action. 2nd and 9. Blanton has plenty of time to write a book, but he avoids the sack. Will he take off with the ball? Yes, he will. He will get the first down and more. What a heads-up play by Blanton. Looks like it's going to be his 2nd sack of the drive. Instead, he takes it past midfield at the 46 of Salt Lake.
Played absolutely slippery back there. Wouldn't get tackled behind the line and just breaks off and picks up, a really good chunk of yards that you don't expect, but heads-up play to escape and pick up the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 46. Brown will get the carry. Goes up the middle. Runs into a herd of wrestlers for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Combo tackle led by Kenny Slider, number 20.
Just a absolutely great job so far by Salt Lake to hold this Albuquerque rushing game and really having no impact so far, but it'll be one to watch later on in the game to see if Douglas Brown can shake free.
I formation, 3 wide receiver set as Blanton takes a huge drop back, almost caught and almost picked off. Great job by Frankie Custer with the pass disruption. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And that makes it his 5th pass deflection of the season, and just a great job to break up that pass, because that was definitely first down territory and would have put Albuquerque in great field position in SLC territory.
Memory Adams want to finish the regular season undefeated while Salt Lake is fighting for their playoff lives. 3rd down and 9. Pass is over the middle. It's picked off by Salt Lake. Great job by Isaiah King III. Gets his first interception of his SFLm career.
Like you said, that's his first interception of his career and could not have come at a bigger time this season because they are absolutely playing for their playoff lives, and that will not hurt them at all. And now Salt Lake City has the ball and they are in decent field position.
So first possessions for both teams result in 0 points, but the interception will give Salt Lake decent field position, as Wade just said. Utah will throw it. Caught by number 11, A Sharp, for a 6-yard gain, be 2nd and 4.
And that's just a great start so far for Salt Lake City. They've played well within themselves, and they are playing like they absolutely want to make it into the playoffs on their own accord and not going to leave anything up to Madison. And that's just a great outlook on this ball game.
A Sharp was entering today's game over 440 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns so far. This will be carried to Sutherland. No gain on that play. Tackle made by number 94 of the Adams. That is, I'm trying to pull up the thing. Is it not?
Yakov Zolotov.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that was a kind of a nice little play by Salt Lake to maybe try to catch him off guard, but Yakov Zolotov was not fooled and really brought down Terrell Sutherland for nothing doing.
In the first quarter, Madison's up 7-3 on this 3rd and 4, and that's almost picked off. Great job by the Adams defense, and they will force another punt.
And so far, it's been all defensive in this ball game, and that's something we kind of highlighted before, where both teams are in the top 3 in points allowed, and both teams also in the top 3 in points scored. So it'll be an interesting slugfest.
4:10 left in this first quarter. It was so far dominated by the defenses. Punt's fielded inside the 20. Nice juke move to the 20-yard line by Saunders. And that's where the Adams will start their second possession of the game. And if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Right now, that return put the Adams at their own 20. And that pass is dropped by the fullback. But it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 20.
That time, Luke Waverly got his number called, but unfortunately just dropped it, had the butterfingers, and now Albuquerque looking at his 2nd and 10, and they really need to get something going and get some points on the board.
Gotta have some good hands if you're going to play fullback in this league. Waverly waved on that one. 2nd and 10. Quick pass over the middle by the linebacker. The lineman, excuse me. That is caught. It's not uncommon here in the SFL for the tackle to make a catch. That was Willis who made that reception for 1 yard, 39.
Reminds me of a Warren Sapp type play, and that time they used anybody they could to get their hands on the ball and pick up. They only picked up one, but hey, they're showing that they're willing to throw it to anybody to try to pick up a first down.
4 wide receivers set for Blanton. He'll throw it deep down the field. What a great catch again by Ritters. That's the second one that's resulted in a huge splash play. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 47.
And like you said, that's the second time they've called that similar play and just similar result. He just threads it perfectly where no one can catch it but Ritters. And that's just phenomenal throwing by Trellis Blanton, and he's really been on his game today.
Good chat shout out. We got Joshua Williams, Ringman, Frankie Custer. I believe we saw I'm after problem. There he is. Nana Leahy, Sonny J, among others, as we see a very good run by Brown. His best one of the game so far, 10 yards for a first down.
And, you know, it seems to me like they're just kind of feeling out Salt Lake's defense. And that time they found an opening and picked up, a first down, and that's really something they're going to keep doing because Douglas Brown is just way too good to be not used very much, and he's just way too good to be held in check.
Blanton so far thrown for 54 yards. Got that one pick by Isaiah King to put an end of that previous drive. He's now facing the 1st and 10 at the 43. Quick pass. Caught by Ritters. Was able to turn upfield, but not before he got the first down. He went out of bounds at the 36 for a 7-yard gain.
That was some impressive sportsmanship by Nate Ritters to, stop it up as soon as he stepped out instead of keep running. But, that's definitely something that will kind of dink and dunk along the drive. And if they can keep that up, they will be in no hurt for touchdowns.
Well, Brown's going to get the carry up the gut. Nice spin move, another spin move. They carry defenders to the 23-yard line. Looks like Brown is heating up.
He is, and now you can see he's kind of getting in a groove, and those blockers are really making good blocks, and he's using that spin cycle, making people miss, and just picking up extra yards after contact.
I remember Gale Sayers was described as a person at times who seemed like he split in two and make the defenders go after the shadow and not him, and that's what Douglas Brown just did. Made Jared Brewery go after the shadow of Brown instead of the actual guy. Completely missed. But we got a touchdown on that play. The Adams strikes first as Henry Meyer III scores his 3rd touchdown of this season.
Just a great pitch and catch right there by Trellis Blanton to Henry Meyer III. Just puts it in the perfect spot to lead him, and just absolutely perfect placement, and just follows him into the touchdown. And that was a great strike by Albuquerque to start this ball game off with a touchdown. And now SLC has to come back with, a score of their own to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Henry Meyer is a tall glass of water, as I like to say. 6'6", 210 pounds. Definitely had the height advantage there. As Merle's extra point is up and good. And the Adams are up 7-0 with 1 minute and 43 seconds left in this fast-moving first quarter.
And while Albuquerque is undefeated and has their playoff ticket punched, they're fighting for that honor of getting an undefeated regular season. You just know that.
And they're definitely not holding back right now. Come out passing it and running it. That is a huge kick. Fielded inside the 5. Hickman gets tackled at the 25. The height of that kick was impressive. Hickman will give Salt Lake good field position at the 25 where they start this next possession. Here we go, 1st and 10. Salt Lake is playing for their playoff lives. If they win, they're in. Otherwise, they need Madison to lose. Here's a quick pass by Utah, caught by Brown. Carries defenders to the 45-yard line. That's her 4th reception on 5 targets. She's putting the team on her back so far.
That time, Tommy Utah had quite a few targets to target, but picked out Kelsey Brown, and she carried that rock and just took off and picked up a few extra yards on contact, and just shown that strength to break through some tackles, multiple tackles, and pick up an extra 4 or 5 yards. Excellent play.
He definitely wants that 1K. 1,000 yards receiving this season, and also she wants to win in the worst way. This will be a quick pass to Beisel. A 4-yard gain on that reception. Tackle made by Robert Ivory. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And they are just spreading these targets around and getting Brooke Beisel involved. And SLC really needs to come along and get a winning scoring drive just to stay in with Albuquerque, because they need every point they can get because Albuquerque is just too strong.
Offset eye towards the right of Utah. He will drop back the pass. Swing past the Beisel. She makes the catch. He got plenty of room to roam. Send somebody to shower run with the forearm shiver. That's Don Fletcher. 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Adams.
Brooke Beisel is a very dangerous player. She averages 4.2 yards per carry, and that's not including the receptions she gets. And she is just kind of a danger in both facets of the game, passing and throwing. She can also throw in a block every now and again in the passing game, so she's definitely a great target out there.
Brooke Beisel, 6 feet even, 210 pounds. The prototype back in the SFL majors in terms of height and weight for sure. She definitely want to get attention to all the potential teams. As that pass goes out of bounds, A Sharp didn't get the toe drag swag on that one. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That time he just kind of lost focus on the sideline, couldn't quite get that toe drag, and that time just incomplete pass, and now they're looking at a 2nd and 10 and anything they can do right here to pick up this first.
We saw Tiger Santana towering over his own teammates. He's tall too, 6'7". My word. And Beisel runs into Ware. No gain on that play. Ware's 4th tackle of this game. 3rd and 10. And that's how this first quarter will end, with the Adams up 7-0, looking for perfection, while the Rustlers are fighting for their playoff lives. You're watching the SFLm live on the Simulation Football League's YouTube channel. With Wade Phillips as my partner, this is T. Roy Gaines. We got the commissioner cameraman back at SFL headquarters as we get ready to start the first play of the second quarter. Shotgun formation for Tommy Utah. He gets the snap, quick pass. Toe drag swag was successful that time, but it wasn't enough for a first down. Be 4th and 7.
Yeah, like you said, A Sharp that time got both feet down, it looked like, but just unfortunately it was only a gain of 3 yards, which is not going to get you a first down when you need 10. But now they're going to punt and really kind of come up with a strategy that'll get them 7 on their next drive.
With 3:39 left in the first half, Masson is still up 7-3. Punt is underway. Almost blocked. Returnment's going to let it bounce. And should have fielded it. Great special teams by Salt Lake, forcing the Adams to start their next possession at their own 4.
An absolutely phenomenal punt just to pin them at the 4. And now SLC really pins them back there. So their special teams unit is doing their defense and offense a big favor by pinning Albuquerque. And now Albuquerque has 96 yards to drive to try to put some points on the board.
And there's a full house formation. This formation got a certain running back in San Jose, an 80-yard touchdown run. We'll see what Douglas Brown can do for his team. A great run to get them outside of their own end zone. 1st and 10 at the 15.
That was just a great play from the shadow of his own end zone, and looked like he might have been able to spring something, but unfortunately got tackled to it. Had blockers, just unfortunately got tackled by 2 defenders, but great play in the shadow of his own end zone to get out of there.
Looks like Brown probably spin prematurely there. If he would have just kept running the outside, he could have had more yards, but he definitely helped his team out with that great run. But that pass is almost picked off. That should have been picked off. Instead falls harmlessly to the turf. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And Isaiah King is kicking himself because that would have been his 2nd interception of the day and none bigger than right there. But hey, incomplete pass, and now SLC's defense has 2 more shots to try to stop Albuquerque.
Offset eye towards the left of Blanton. This will be another carry for Douglas Brown. What can Brown do for you? Well, get just 2 yards before he's combo tackled. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Another great play by the defense, and that's really all they can do to limit Douglas Brown because he's just a ticking time bomb back there before he breaks another big one. But SLC doing a great job of limiting them.
A huge 3rd down for the Rustlers defense. If they can stop him here, they can potentially flip the field. Pass over the middle is caught. Forget about flipping the field their way. Albuquerque decides to do that themselves with a great splash play to Meyer III.
And that's 26 yards per reception for Meyer the third, and that's absolutely something that they want to see more of, because when you can lean on a receiver to catch a ball for 26 yards each time, that's just phenomenal.
1st and 10 at the 45. Full house formation with Ritters, the lone wide receiver, at the top of the screen. Brown will get the carry and get stopped behind the line of scrimmage by Bogey Barr. 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13.
That time, Bogey Barr took out some frustration and just brought it out on Douglas Brown, really bringing him down back there for a 3-yard loss. And that's something that the wrestlers play with some tenacity back there.
Same formation, but flip the side. 2 yards loss on that one. 3rd and 12.
And it's really shown that the wrestlers have been teeing off on the run, because, I mean, like I've said, Douglas Brown needs no introduction when he's just running all over people. But great job by the wrestlers to so far limit him to not much.
They did a good job containing him so far. As you said, 3rd and 12 for the Adams. Blanton got plenty of time to throw the ball. He does. Caught for the first down. Short of the first down by by Marcus Brody. It'll be 4th and 1.
Great last-ditch effort by the secondary to bring him down, because he just needed 1 yard, and they've got more life. But now Albuquerque looking at, looks like they're going for it.
Our I formation. Will they draw them off sides? Will they actually snap the ball? They will draw them off sides, so this will be a first down no matter what. Brown did get the first down, but the Adams will take the penalty yardage thanks to that undisciplined play by the D-line of the Adams. Of the Rustlers, excuse me.
Great gamesmanship by Albuquerque to draw them off sides and get that free first down. Didn't even have to worry about getting anything on the play, but hey, free 5 yards, and now they're sitting at a first down.
Marcus Sledge wanted to be a sledgehammer on that carry. Instead, he goes off sides, cost them 5 yards, and helped extend this drive. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41 with 7:20 left in this first half. Offset eye towards the left, but Blanton will drop back to pass. Throws that direction. Toe drag swag was successful by Nate Ritters. He has 63 yards receiving on 4 catches. That's a 4-yard gain for 2nd and 6.
And there he got the toe down and picked up 4, and now Trellis Blanton is going to try to extend this drive and pick up another 6 points, and they've been very balanced, it seems, so far, in kind of being unpredictable.
Blanton's making adjustments at the line. He has I formation. And he's going to give it to Brown. He goes up the gut. Got the first down and gets stopped at the 27-yard line. And everyone, the SFL broadcast team, is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. That carry by Douglas Brown makes it 1st and 10 at the 27 of Salt Lake with 6:30 left in this first half. Blanton will throw over the middle, and somehow it wasn't deflected. Instead, it was caught by the Truth, and the Truth hurts for Salt Lake because it's now 1st and 10 at their own 14.
That time, Polly Truth somehow comes down with the ball. I mean, first I thought it was going to be tipped, and then I thought he was going to get sent into the shadow realm. But hey, came down with the ball, and now Albuquerque just keeps on driving down the field.
Polly Truth wants to get his 2nd touchdown this season. 6'6", 260 pounds. We'll see if they're going to throw it to him. Nope, they're going to dump it off to Brown. Not a bad option, especially when we can make the first man miss. Gets tackled shortly after. A 4-yard gain makes it 2nd and 6 at the 11.
And that's something that has kind of been open, those little flats, and they've targeted it a couple times. But, as the game progresses, that's something to look out for, because it seems like they're kind of playing off a little bit, and they're giving them room to run. So something could happen on one of those.
Brown gets the carry, gets stopped for a 1-yard loss. And at halftime, Madison is still up 7-3 over Ottawa. Remember, Madison, if they defeat Ottawa and Salt Lake loses, they're in. Right now, they are loving the fact that Albuquerque's marching down the field, want to get a score, help extend this lead. 3rd and 7 here. Shotgun snap, throw over the middle, caught. Not enough for the first down, however. It'll be 4th and 1. Pass is caught by Meyer III. It looks like they could be settling for a field goal.
Yeah, if you're Albuquerque, what do? Do you settle for a field goal and just take that 10-point cushion, or do you try to punch it in?
See, I'm greedy. I'll try to punch it in.
There
And
you go.
we'll see if the Adams agree, or will they try to draw them off sides? They were successful before. Full house formation. This will be a good formation to run the ball. Salt Lake's doing a great job being disciplined here. They might force the Adams to burn their first timeout of the half. And they do. Great job by the Salt Lake City defense, bending but not breaking. This will force a Dave Merrill field goal attempt.
And that was great heads-up play by Salt Lake to not jump and give them a free first down. And now Albuquerque seems like they're going to send them out there and boot it for a field goal.
Jason Williams, the coach of the Adams, was not happy with Blanton just now. Probably wanted Blanton to give it to Douglas Brown. Why not?
Heck yeah.
Best running back in the SFLm entering today's action. Touchdown scoring machine. Instead, they're going to settle for this field goal attempt of, looks like 23 yards for Morrow. Help extend this lead to 10-0. And they do. With 4:17 left, it is 10-0. The Adams and everyone. The Salt Lake City needs, in the worst way, to score on this drive to keep themselves in this game and keep their playoff hopes alive. We'll see what their special teams can do here. Grant Hickman is ready to field this kick inside the 5. Reach the 20-yard line, bounces to the outside. A great return to the 27-yard line. And that's where Salt Lake will start their next possession. The SFL's third edition of the SFLm playoffs kick off with semifinal action Wednesday, June the 16th, after tonight's conclusion of the regular season. The third SFLm championship game can be seen live Sunday on June 20th on SFL YouTube. Start building your player today and get on the field for next season. Visit www.simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, where you can create and start your path to football stardom. That carry is for 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Salt Lake City has to get something started. They have to put some points on the board before halftime so that they can go in to the locker room with a little bit of some momentum and not, have a large gap to climb up.
And Tommy Utah throws it. Caught by Kelsey Brown, They'll make it a 3rd and 1 with 3:37 left in this first half.
They're chipping away, but we've got to see something where they break a big one, get a splash play or something. But it's been fairly methodical. They just haven't been able to really close down and get that extra little bit to pick up points.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Utah drops back, throws a dangerous pass. Was lucky that was not picked off. Instead, it'll be 4th and 1. Salt Lake will have to punt.
That time, it looked like Dante Grimm got a hand on it, and really, he's been playing lights out all season, and that time it was no different and really put his impact on the game, and really Albuquerque's going to look for a lot more of that if they want to dominate the Wrestlers.
4th and 1. Frank Gussie back to punt for the Wrestlers. Punt is underway. Fielded by Saunders. Nice spin move, but gets tackled shortly after that by number 27, Matt Candor. The Adams will start their next possession at their own 29-yard line. In earlier action today, Birmingham gets their first win of the season, defeating Memphis, while San Jose punches their ticket in the playoffs, dominating Lexington, thanks in huge part to a great performance by Jimmy Hazard. Right now, the Adams are looking to potentially extend their lead. They're up 10-0 over Salt Lake. This will be a pass over the middle. Caught for a first down and more. Henry Meyer III has a house call for 6. What a play.
Spectacular pitch and catch. He took that ball, kind of weaved in and out of traffic, and then it was off to the races, a foot race, and he won that one. Used that speed, took off to the end zone. Just a great play. Really, Trellis Bland threaded that in there to where he could pick it up and have some room to run, and that was a great play to give him some separation, give him some room to catch that and make some yards after the catch, and that time he took it to the house.
Frankie Custer was the last line of defense for Salt Lake. Tried to knock that ball away or attempt for an interception, but was unsuccessful. That allowed Meyer the opportunity he needed to take it to the house and help extend this lead to potentially 17-0 after this extra point attempt by Merle is good. Adams on fire, 17-0 with 3:08 left in the first half.
And it's starting to get a bit out of hand. Hopefully, Salt Lake City can really come back with a fight and put some points on the board and stay in this ball game, because Albuquerque can get ahead in a hurry and then just not look back and just finish off strong.
Let's see what Grant Hickman can do on this return. Switches the ball from the other hand, takes it to the 26-yard line, and that's where Salt Lake will start this next possession. Now, if Salt Lake wins, San Jose will be the number 4 seed, and they will face the team wearing the radiation neon green colors here. But if Albuquerque wins, San Jose will be the number 3 seed, and they'll face Tacoma, who's currently on a bye week. That pass is caught by Beisel for a 5-yard gain, so no matter what happens this game, it will have huge playoff implications, including seeding-wise.
Absolutely. It's a lot to play for in this matchup, and so far it's been pretty exciting, and hopefully Salt Lake City can, put some points on the board and stay in this ball game. But yeah, lots to play for in this game.
Yeah, they got to heat up and catch fire, like Damon Simeon, a great announcer and the owner of the Hyenas, like to say. Right now, there's the carry by number 33, Sutherland. Hey, 33, wearing red and black. I like that.
Yeah, it reminds me of someone else.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. He's some character.
Yeah, love to see the fullback get that first down, because I always love seeing a fullback run.
He's tall too, 6'4", 236. He's a beast. Beisel's a beast herself. She gets tackled after a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Zolotov. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And they're chipping away and trying really anything out of their bag of tricks to try to pick up yardage. And really, I would hope they would open it up a little bit.
We have reached the 2-minute warning with the momentum clearly on the Adams side. They're up 17-0. You're watching the SFLm live on the Simulation Football League's YouTube channel. A very important drive for the offense of Salt Lake City. They need a touchdown, the worst way to get themselves back in this game as we get ready to continue. Second quarter action. Utah drops back to pass. This will be a swing pass to Beisel. Couldn't make the first man miss, but drags the defenders to the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4.
That time she took that and made someone miss and picked up extra yardage. Really, they've been trying to really get her going, and unfortunately just hasn't been able to pick up significant yardage with her, but you'd think before long they'd really wear out Adams defense.
This will be a quick pass over the middle. Great job by the defense. David Ware with the pass deflection and put it into this drive.
And a great read to that, just jumping that route and putting a hand on the ball for a pass breakup. Great play by number 41, David Ware.
And so far, this is a total team effort by the Adams. Offense, defense, and special teams are doing an awesome job so far in this game. Salt Lake City definitely needs to wake up. They're fighting for their playoff lives. If they win, they're in. Simple as that. Ooh, we got a Shadow Realm sending hit by, looks like number 86, John Branson. A huge hit on Saunders. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Adams at the 20.
And they'll be whispering that hit in Legends years from now. And really, that's kind of how this game's gone so far for the Rustlers. But Adams really need to come up with a score again.
Let's see what the Adams do here. This will be a swing pass to Brown. Puts one person in the spin cycle, then carries. Bogey bar for more yards after the catch. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 33.
He's so dangerous. I mean, he can take just a simple pass on the flats and just turn it into a touchdown in a hurry. But great job by the Rustlers to really limit him there. I know he picked up a big gain, but hey, you at least stopped him from getting a touchdown.
No backs in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set. Blanton drops back, throws, and is caught by Meyer III for a 9-yard gain. They're doing a good job marching down the field and saving up some clock. 43 seconds left, but they at their own 42.
Barring a few interceptions from Trellis Blanton, Albuquerque's really been just having a great day so far, other than a couple of mistakes by the quarterback, which has not let them have a perfect day, but still they're having a great day so far.
Here he goes. Blanton drops back to pass again. Fires it. Caught by Ritters, who mosses 2 people. Isaiah Key, unfortunately, is one of them. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 39 as they go hurry up with 29 seconds left. Swing pass to Brown. Will he go outside, go out of bounds? He does. A 6-yard gain on that reception, 2nd and 4.
That time it was a nice hurry-up offense, and really it started off with a great play by Nate Ritters to sky that, and like you said, mossed him, and really this Albuquerque wide receiver core are lengthy because we've got Henry Meyer III at 6'6", and Nate Ritters at 6'3", so they are some tall fellas.
Now it's the full house backfield for Brown. Goes up the middle. Gets the 1st down. They'll burn their 2nd timeout. It'll be 1 left for the Adams. They're definitely in field goal range, but they want to get 6 and put this game out of reach for the Rustlers.
If the Rustlers can just get a stop here, bend, don't break. Hey, if they give up 3, that's still just 3, and then they're still only down 3 scores. But hey, if they can hold them right here and limit them to at least a field goal, that they'll have some momentum going into the locker room.
2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen as Blanton drops back. He throws it to one at the top of the screen. What a catch! Great job by Henry Meyer III again, but we have an injured player on the field. I cannot make out. It's Paulie Truth, their star tight end. That could come back to haunt them. I don't know what happened to him, but hopefully he'll be all right and he'll be able to return the game. Here's the replay. Oh, he came up lame as soon as he began that route. We'll hope that's cramps. We're hoping that's cramps.
Yeah, you never want to see that whenever a player gets injured when they don't touch anybody. That's one of the worst injuries you can have, but hopefully it's just a cramp because they need his blocking and pass reception ability.
I'm kind of shocked that they're not trying to at least put 6 on the board right now. They got 15 seconds left. Instead, they're going to settle for a Dave Morrow field goal attempt. The kick is underway, and it's good. It's now 20-0 after that 24-yard field goal attempt. But you know what, Wade? I think they had a missed opportunity. The Adams could have just scored a touchdown here. They was close enough, and they got one timeout left.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, they had a timeout at least. I'd say give it one shot. Maybe get a couple pass plays if you can. But, hey, they had a timeout, and it was still young in that drive. So they may have missed an opportunity that could come back to bite them.
And Hickman will field it inside the 10. And he will take it to the 25-yard line with 8 seconds left. Where it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for Salt Lake. Will Utah decide to go down the field and make a huge splash play, or will they just go ahead and call it at half and just run the ball?
Yeah, what do we see here?
They got split back formation, 2 wide receivers. Set. And Utah will give a delay handoff to Bison, who gets sent to the shadow realm by Dave Rare. And that's how the first half will end. A half dominated in all facets of the game, all phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams of the Adams. They are leading 20-0. They definitely want to finish the regular season undefeated. Wade, what are your thoughts for this first half of action?
To me, it just starts with yards. Right now, the Adams are up 3 times as many yards in this ball game, and that's really been the story of the game. The Adams have pretty much been able to drive up and down the field. Unfortunately, they've had 2 turnovers that have limited their scoring opportunities, but in the time that they've been able to be on the field, they have scored nearly every time. And the Rustlers have to get something going. They need their defense to bolt down and their offense to come out firing.
Let's get 2 positives for the Rustlers. Kelsey Brown starting off the game hot. Isaiah King got his first interception of the first half of his SFLm career in the first half. But since then, it's been technically the team wearing the neon green that's been dominating, and they're up 20-0. And you mentioned this before, Wade. The running game usually averages more yards per game than the passing. And right now, it's been the opposite. As Blanton has been firing dots all game, and it doesn't hurt that you got wide receivers that can go from 0 to 100 in a matter of moments, as we saw Meyer right there. Well, you can consider that also one of the biggest surprises of today's game, with Blanton just basically coming out on fire.
Absolutely. I mean, because to me, and I'm sure you too, we thought they would just be running all day, but it seems like they've been more balanced, and really, Charles Blanton has been kind of having his way. He's had the 2 mistakes, but really, he's been able to find the open receivers for big plays, and they've had, the big splash touchdown, and just really, it's been a flip of the script, and it's just been a different ball game, and now the Rustlers have to get something going and turn this game on its head.
They'll give you a scoring update for the Madison Ottawa game after this kickoff. Return. Feel it inside the 10. Traeger takes it to the 26-yard line, where the Adams will start their next possession. We're almost at the end of the third quarter at the Madison Ottawa game. It's still 7-3 Madison. The Ottawa Cavalry special teams has done a great job pinning the Madison offense inside their own territory, actually inside the 5, 3 times so far in the game. But right now, it's the Lynx who are up 7-3. And in this matchup, the Adams have a chance to put this game out of the water. Douglas Brown gets the carry. Only a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
And Albuquerque playing like a 7-0 team, and that time they only got 3 yards. But really, as Salt Lake City has been better than I anticipated stopping the run, because Douglas Brown's just so good. But really, the Rustlers have been very surprisingly good. They wouldn't say surprising because they know how good they are, but really, they've been holding them in check.
And that was a good run, but it could have been better. Brown decided to, go for the contact instead of bounce it outside where he could have gotten more yardage. Instead, it'll be a 3rd and 2.
And that's exactly what Salt Lake City wanted. They wanted to funnel him into the other defenders, and he tried to, initiate contact. Unfortunately, just couldn't break any tackle.
3rd and 2 as Blanton drops back to pass. Quick pass. Caught for a first down by Meyer. Climbed that ladder, came down with that catch, and now the Adams are on Salt Lake side to feel at their own 44.
Albuquerque's offense has just been so balanced and effective through the air that they can really just surprise the Rustlers with any number of plays that kind of catch them off guard. And that just seems like that's what they've been doing. They've just kind of catching them kind of on their heels and have been able to capitalize on it so far.
And the Adams offense, the Adams team, period. Well, we'll continue with my thought after this carry. There's a free play as somebody went off sides on the Salt Lake City defensive line. But the Adams offense, the Adams team in general, kind of reminds me of the Alaska Storm in season 11. The Storm, if I'm not mistaken, went undefeated in season 11. And they had 1-star running back, Jason Williams. He was the fullback that year for the Storm. And they had great wide receivers and a great quarterback. And that's what the Adams offense have. 1-star running back, great wide receivers. Blanton's doing his thing at quarterback. A well-balanced offense. And who knows? Maybe they will, like the Storm in season 11, repeat this year as champs.
It really could happen. I mean, they've got just such a great, well-rounded team, and really they are a threat anytime they're on the field. And that time they pick up 8 yards on a pretty good run play, and now Albuquerque's just kind of having their way. Salt Lake City, I know they have faith, and I have faith in them to have a better showing than that first half.
Right now, Douglas Brown gets the first down on that carry, and we got a huge update with 10:29 left in the fourth quarter. The Cavalry is up 10-7. Again, if Ottawa wins and Madison loses, Salt Lake will get in the playoffs no matter what. So Salt Lake is happy. They are huge Ottawa Cavalry fans right now. We'll see what Douglas Brown can do on this carry. He heralds the defender, but gets stopped after a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I think they might have heard you on the field and said, hey, we're going to not let Madison determine our fate. We're going to try to turn this around and get this win and secure our playoff win by ourselves.
I mean, we did have in the past in the SFL majors where teams were trailing by 20 points or 21 points in the second half and come back to win the game. We'll see if Salt Lake has that in them. Right now we got a deep bomb that was almost picked off. Tony Williams, number 26, could have, we just saw the injury report. So probably Truth is out for the rest of this game. He'll be back for their playoff game. It said it was 8 weeks, but if you're new to the SFL and the SFLm, anything beyond a game don't matter. They'll be back in the next game. We got the best doctors in the league. I should know personally. Being sent to the shower room way too many times. Great job by Blanton avoiding the shower room, but throws a pick, and maybe that's the momentum builder they needed. Gerard Brody, with the INT.
There it is, and that's what they needed, just more of that. More takeaways by this defense, and their defense has been playing pretty well. That's their 3rd interception of the day, and really they have limited Albuquerque to only 20 points, which is a pretty good feat because they are an explosive offense. And now if this Salt Lake City offense can get a touchdown, we've got a ball game on our hands.
That was Brody's 4th interception this season. And help get Salt Lake good field position at their own 32. Quick pass, almost picked off, but it was caught instead. Pass is caught by Ace Sharp. He gets the toe drag swag this time.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Just more of that. Picking up, 3, 4, 5 yards of play, and they're marching right down the field, taking some time off the clock and leaving Albuquerque with not as much time. Now the clock is working against them, but hey, they're just scrapping together some yards.
Let's see what Tommy Utah will do. He'll fire over the middle. Dangerous pass, but still caught by Ace Sharp. This time it's for a first down at their own 44.
Another reception by Ace Sharp, and they have been targeting Kelsey Brown and Ace Sharp quite often, and really, if Tommy Utah can put together a nice drive, they can put some points right up on that board.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 44. 6:30 left in the third quarter. Utah needs to get rid of the ball and does not. Instead, he will suffer a sack. And is that Rasmus? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was the outside linebacker getting in there, and it looked like it might have just been a coverage sack. Looked like Tommy Utah was just scanning the field, just couldn't find anything going, and eventually the outside linebacker broke through and brought him down.
Utah drops back, throws it deep as it was requested in the chat, but Brown could not make the catch. Kelsey Brown couldn't make the catch. It'd be 3rd and 18.
Just unfortunate. It was so close. We thought she might come down with it, but unfortunately just couldn't quite bring it down. But that was a lot of neon jerseys around her to break up that pass.
There you go, and a very important third down for the offense of the Rustlers. They want to keep this drive alive, put points on the board, and stay in this game. Momentum's currently on their side, but they don't want to give it back to the team in the neon green jerseys. Shotgun formation for Utah. Takes the snap. Tries to avoid the pressure. Avoids one, but gets sacked anyway. It'll be 4th and 26. Sack made by Frank Stackhouse. That's his fourth and a half sack of his SFLm career.
That time it was a combo. It looked like they might have brought some heavier rush than normal, and that time it worked, and they got that sack and ended the Rustlers' drive, and now Albuquerque gets the ball right back.
And momentum's now back on their side. Fair catch was made at the 37. Wisely. Otherwise, Saunders would got destroyed. Instead, the Animals will have the ball with 5:27 left in the third quarter.
And to me, Albuquerque, they can just kind of try to run this clock out as much as they can and not leave Salt Lake City with any time to do anything.
Well, they got the full house backfield, excuse me. As Blanton makes adjustments at the line. Douglas Brown gets the carry. Has plenty of room to roll. Breaks the tackle. One man to beat. That's King, and King does a great job preventing the touchdown, but Brown goes over 100 yards on that carry. 103 to be exact. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 31.
That time he had blockers in front of him. He might have outrun his fullback right there. Yep, right there. But, hey, just enough to spring him for an extra 10, 15 yards. And that was a great play by the offense of the Adams because it had linemen and blockers just throwing blocks everywhere. And it really sprung Douglas Brown for a great pickup.
Here's that same formation again. Brown will get the carry. He goes up the middle this time. Gets 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 26. And I'm wondering, maybe you can help me out here, Wade. Maybe Brown likes contact. Maybe he likes to remember how it feels to get tackled.
Yeah, something about it. Maybe just initiating that contact really wakes him up and really sets him loose to really just run all over the place.
Let's see what he does on this carry. He will bounce it outside. Another huge run. Be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Tackle made by King.
He's gotten progressively better as the game has gone by. You could say he's definitely a workhorse back there, and he's really, that time, followed his blocker and let that fullback pick up that block and sprung him for an extra 5 or 10 yards. And that time, this is really culminating in an Albuquerque drive that is threatening deep in Salt Lake City territory.
I remember watching Douglas Brown last season being the closer for the Adams, helped them win the championship. He's been dominating all season as the fullback finally makes a catch. Waverly didn't wave on that one. A 7-yard gain will be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that time he had it, and he had a swing guard. It looked like just running out there all wild, and looked like if he maybe cuts that inside, he might have a couple more yards to spare.
2nd and 3. At the 5, the Adams can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Brian Green. It'll be 3rd and 5.
That time, Albuquerque got nothing really going on that. And Salt Lake City, they just need to bolt down, get a stop, and limit as much as they can on this drive.
And they bend but not break. We'll find out as Blanton drops back the pass, fires to the corner end zone. That's the 2nd interception of this half. Intercepted by Tony Williams.
Yeah, and that makes it 4 for the day of takeaways by the Rustlers. And Trellis Blanton has had a pretty outstanding day, except for a couple of mistakes. But really, Salt Lake City doing all they can to stay in this ball game. And it's really their defense. I have to give them credit. They've been playing lights out, really, and they've just been taking what they can from the Adams offense.
It'll give a scoring update in the Ottawa-Madison game after this play. Play action pass by Utah. Fires deep down the field. Intercepted! Tip drill successful by the safety, Dante Grimm. That's his 2nd interception of his season. 1st and 10 at the 23.
There's Dante Grimm. We had mentioned him earlier in the ball game, and that time came away with a sky interception. Really jumped up there, and our Mr. Official took a tumble as well. I didn't see what happened to him, but he took a tumble. But great defense by the Adams to flip this ball field, and now they're driving again.
Ottawa is saving Salt Lake City's season right now. They're up 17-7 with 5:24 left in the game. Right now, Douglas Brown gets a good carry before he gets stopped by Green. So if this score holds, if Ottawa wins, Salt Lake will basically stay here. They will face this same team for the semifinal rematch because the Rustlers will be the 4th seed playing against the number 1 seed. So can one team beat another twice? That's what it looks like is going to happen if Madison doesn't get their act together. That carry by Brown is stopped at the 17. It'll be 3rd and 4.
You know, you had mentioned that if Ottawa wins that and Salt Lake ends up losing and they have to face Albuquerque again, you can take that kind of glass half full because they will have seen them in back-to-back weeks, and maybe they can game plan and come up with a winning game plan that gets them a better result than what we're seeing right now.
And good job by number 97 getting jiggy with it. That is Eric Gaylor with the tackle. And it'll be 4th and 6.
And that time, just a great defensive stand by Salt Lake City to hold them to a field goal attempt. And that is exactly what Salt Lake needs more of the rest of the day. And now Albuquerque has to settle for a field goal attempt.
This should be a 37-yard field goal attempt by Merrill. 36, and it's good. It's now 23-0. And everyone, Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. And right now, Albuquerque Adams fans are asking, where's our Adams gear? Especially for a team that could potentially win back-to-back championships. And it could be potentially facing their semifinal opponent right now. They're up 23-0 as Salt Lake will start their next possession at their own 21.
And Salt Lake City, if there was ever a time to get a drive started that hit pay dirt, it's now, because they are slowly running out of time and opportunities to make an impact in this ball game.
And Madison is creeping a little closer. They're now trailing by 7. We'll talk about that in a second. Utah almost had Brown on that play. Incomplete pass. Madison is trailing. It's 17-10 now. And looks like Ottawa recovered the onside kick attempt of Madison. 3:19 left in the fourth quarter.
And that's good news for Salt Lake City. But they really, if they want to punch their ticket, they've got to do it on their own terms.
It won't hurt if they start right now with 1:08 left in the third quarter, but Utah gets sacked. The O-line was a swinging gate. That's Frank Stackhouse' second sack of the game. This time looks like a solo effort.
And Frank Stackhouse has been phenomenal pretty much all season, and that makes it 5.5 sacks for him this season, and that puts him in the top 5 in sacks this season.
And 3rd and 12, quick pass, short of the first down. Catch made by Ace Sharp. Short of the sticks. 4th and 4 coming up.
And unfortunately, they're in kind of that no man's land where they can't go for it and they have to punt it. But man, I'll tell you, Salt Lake City's kind of running out of time to do much significant work. But hey, they're going to keep plugging away and try to get a victory tonight.
9 seconds left in this third quarter. This should be the final play of the third quarter. Kick is underway. Traeger's going to wave the fair catch, and there's actually 1 second left in the third quarter. Everyone visit the all-new SFL website at www.simulationfl.net for info on how to create players, to join our community, the league and its teams that play in it, links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field, like the two that are talking to you right now. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. It'll be 1st and 10. This final play of the third quarter will be a deep pass, and it's caught by Traeger. Oh, sorry, is it Brody? Take that back. Brody with that catch, and that's how the third quarter will come to the close. We're going to catch this replay. Brody left wide open. Slider got caught looking in the backfield on that play. Everyone, put your 4s up. Put your 86s up. We're about to start the fourth quarter with the Adams. Got this game thoroughly under control. It's 23-0. You're watching the SFLm on the Simulation Football League's YouTube channel. With the Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters, this is T. Roy Gaines with my partner tonight, Wade Phillips. And we get ready to start the fourth quarter with the Adams. Just got the first down on that last play. Brown will get the carry. Nice spin move. Then play another person on the spin cycle. Causes another defender to fall on his butt. That's Barr. After that spin move, be 2nd and 5.
You know, watching Douglas Brown closely this game, it's almost like his lizard brain is so active because it's like he feels that pressure and then just spins at the perfect time to make multiple people miss. It's just phenomenal work.
He gets another carry. Casually gets the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 32. You know, with those spin moves, he kind of reminds me of a newly inducted Hall of Famer here in the SFL, and that's BDG Hollywood. He's doing a great job running the ball.
Absolutely.
BDG-like. 1st and 10 at the 32 for Salt Lake's 32, for the Adams. This will be a quick pass to Ritters. He makes the catch. Couldn't do anything afterwards. He gets a 5-yard gain tackle made by Gerard Brody.
And they're just keeping it in bounds, trying to run this clock out as much as they can. And really, Albuquerque has had just a phenomenal day so far, other than a few interceptions. But really, they have just had whatever they want on this offensive side.
And that carry is stopped at the 26-yard line. Be 3rd and 4. Scoring update. Ottawa just scored another touchdown. They're up 24-10 with 1 minute 52 seconds left in that game, potentially forcing this matchup we're seeing here to become the semifinal matchup on Wednesday the 16th. Same plays between these two teams as Blanton drops back. Deep pass. What a catch! Brown didn't care that Meyer the third didn't care that his ribs got destroyed. He made a catch and made it first and goal.
Absolutely. He put that 6'6" body to frame to use and really skied up there, grabbed it out of the air and got hit while he's in the air and still came down with it. So phenomenal play by Meyer the third just to maintain that catch.
And he's going to take a well-deserved rest because right now we got full house backfield with Ritter's the lone wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. Brown gets carried. Decides to go up the gut. Carry defenders to the 1 yard line where it'd be second and goal with 8:24 left in this game.
And now Albuquerque can really kind of do anything they want. Just, run it as much as they want, pass it as much as they want on this play because they're sitting at the 1 and can do anything.
Oh, they're going to run it. And Brown gets in the end zone. Maybe he was trying to not score so he can melt some clock, but he gets a touchdown. He go ahead and celebrate as the Adams extend their lead. It's now 29-0.
They've had the lead. Yeah, and like you said, it almost seemed like he tried to take a dive at the 1 to try to maintain the clocks going down, but hey, he got in and that just puts him up 6, even more points, and now looking at maybe add that 7th. And so Salt Lake City slowly running out of time, but it looks like Madison's kind of doing them a favor.
Yeah, Madison if they would have won today, they would have gotten into the playoffs based off what's going on in this matchup here as the extra point is up and good. Is now 30-0 with 8:04 left in the fourth quarter. And everyone keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcast each and every week with the hashtag #MakeAnImpact. Thank you for your support and viewership. And right now, Grant Hickman takes the return to the 24-yard line with Salt Lake City. Will start their next possession as Utah's trying to rally the troops, trying to build some momentum for what will be their playoff matchup right back here in this stadium against the Adams. It'll be a quick pass. Caught for a 6-yard gain. Pass is caught by number 82, Mike Kress. 2nd and 4.
At this point, I would think Salt Lake City's just trying to find some stuff that works for their playoff round and really try to see if they can find some stuff that's going to work in another shot at this and, maybe put some points on the board. But really, again, it's all about finding something that is going to work in that next round.
Well, here's something that's going to work right now. How about Brooke Beisel carry to the 44-yard line? It'll be 1st and 10 for Salt Lake.
She took off in a hurry and picked up some pretty decent yards, picked up that first down, and now really Salt Lake is finding some movement. And where was this earlier? I wish they would have had that. They're wishing they would have, but hey, if they can just keep plugging away, they're going to have some film to watch and know what they can do to try to chip away at this Albuquerque team.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 44. For Salt Lake. Quick pass to Beisel. And she will get back to the line of scrimmage. I want to thank Ethan Kai for the stat update there. Sorry that I missed it earlier. That touchdown by Brown on the last possession for Albuquerque was Brown's 20th rushing touchdown. A touchdown scoring machine Brown has become this season. 2nd and 10. 6:30 left in the game. Utah, quick drop. Back pass is caught by Sharp. It'll be 3rd and 5 at midfield.
And they're chipping away, and really, it's again something that they can look back on and see what's working right now and try to tweak it and adjust it for their next round and try to get some stuff to work.
Now, if everything stands pat, Wade, you know who your opponent is as well.
Indeed.
That pass pass caught by Beisel will be well enough for a first down at the 37-yard line. San Jose will be facing Tacoma in a rematch from last week, as the 2 and 3 seeds will meet up.
Yeah, and it actually looked like that was Kelsey Brown on that reception. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to our playoff matchup as a San Jose Flight member, and I'm looking forward to it.
Here on the trash talk, you can hear it on the field as Utah will throw it, and it's caught by Hickman. 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3. Then again, the playoffs will start on June the 16th, this Wednesday, here on the SFL YouTube channel. And we can safely congratulate the Salt Lake City Rustlers due to the Ottawa Cavalry defeating Madison 24-10. So Salt Lake will indeed face Albuquerque on Wednesday. Beisel makes the catch but goes the wrong way. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, she kind of got happy feet, was trying to make a man miss, but unfortunately ran the wrong way and got tackled for, not really a loss or a gain. And now they're looking at 3rd and 3 and, trying to get something to happen.
5 minutes left in this game. Salt Lake is trying to build some momentum as they get ready to face this same exact team in this same stadium on Wednesday. They got the first down as they go hurry up. 4:44 left in the game. Utah drops back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Caught by a Sharp. 1st and goal.
And now the offense is looking pretty sharp on this drive.
See what you did there. Yeah, it'll be a swing pass to Beisel. She carries the defender to the 3-yard line before she gets stopped there. It'll be 2nd and goal. Still in hurry up. Beisel's taking her time, though. As Utah will luckily not get called for a fumble on that play. It'll be 3rd down. Stackhouse applying the pressure.
Yeah, that was kind of dangerous because anytime you get hit as a quarterback and you're throwing the ball, it is just danger territory because that ball can go anywhere.
3rd and goal. Salt Lake wants to put 7 on the board. They don't want to settle for a field goal attempt. Again, they're trying to build momentum before they start the playoffs. Low snap taken by Utah. And Beisel gets stopped at the 3. It'll be 4th and goal. They got a decision to make.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, do you have anything to lose? I mean, I just go for it, try to get that touchdown and really have something to call that you did and got that touchdown. Yeah, there we go.
But no backs in the backfield. We'll see what Utah does as he's doing a little dance there at the line. They will score a touchdown. Hickman scores the first points of the game for the Rustlers. Way to go, Salt Lake, building some momentum before this Wednesday's game coming up.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, carry that over into the ball game on Wednesday, and there we go. That's exactly what they needed. They got some points on the board. They didn't get shut out, and now they can look at it and say, hey, we know this is working. And really, I've been impressed by this drive, and really, I've been waiting to see this all day and finally get to see it.
That is Utah's 11th touchdown this season. And the extra point attempt by Sonny J is up and is good. It's now 30-7 with 3:41 left in the regular season. This is the final game of the regular season. We're going to see Salt Lake attempt the onside kick attempt.
Crazy things have happened.
Yes, they have. Here we go. Oh, they got a chance to recover it, and they do! Salt Lake recovers the onside kick attempt. Looks like it was recovered by number 82, Mike Kress.
How about that? And clutch coming up big, the hands team. And that is exactly what Salt Lake needed. And now they get to stay alive and try to chip away at this deficit that they have and get one more shot at it, at least.
This can definitely put something in the back of the Adams' mind if Salt Lake can make this closer than what it really is. If they march down the field and score here with 3:38 left in the game. Utah, plenty of time. Throws it. It's caught for a first down. Great job by Caleb Walker with the toe drag swag. First and 10 at the 47.
And now they're just kind of having their way with Albuquerque's defense. And really, actually, that looked like he was just in bounds and got that foot down. It looked kind of borderline to me.
Yeah, did look kind of sus there. But the Adams are not going to challenge it, so that'll be a catch for Walker. First and 10 at the 47. Here we go. Utah passes over the middle. Caught for another first down. Pass is caught by A. Sharp. And Salt Lake's going on to hurry up again. Here we go. Utah, plenty of time. Fires to the outside. Good job by the defense of the Adams. Pass is deflected by Don Fletcher. Second and 10.
Don Fletcher getting his kind of signature on the day. And that time they needed that because really Salt Lake City had just been kind of having their way. And really now Albuquerque has to kind of bolt down and really kind of keep the momentum on their side going into this week's playoff game.
And the SFL chat almost made me laugh there as I will go explain in a minute. Another pass deflection made there, this time by Robert Ivy. It'll be third and 10, but Joshua Williams, Daniel Valentine, Nana Leahy, basically calling somebody on the Adams coaching staff a clown for not challenging that. Somebody's calling himself a clown. I know a lot about Seth Burns. Third and 10. Quick pass is incomplete. Kelsey Brown had a chance to make that catch. It'll be fourth and 10. We'll see if Salt Lake will go for it.
Yeah, and she's been targeted 13 times today, and that's a pretty hefty chunk of targets. And that time, just couldn't come down with it. Looked like she got hit right as she tried to catch it, and that time just unfortunately dropped.
At least she'll live the fight another week. Sorry, Josh. You asked for it that time. Talking to Josh Williams in the chat. Fourth and 10. Here we go. Shotgun snap. Pass over the middle. Drive stays alive. Brown makes up for that drop ball by catching that one. They're in the red zone at the 20. Again, they're building up momentum for next week's game at this very venue against this very team. And everybody press F in the chat for Red 43 because A Sharp ran into him, knocked him into the shadow realm there. Incomplete pass.
You know, the official has spent more time on the ground this game than on his feet. I mean, he's really just making his living on the ground today.
Seems like everybody's going after the ref these days. It's not safe to be wearing the striped shirts in the SFLm. Right now, Utah will do a quick pass to Sharp. 5-yard gain. The ref decided to be nice to that guy. I guess he got intimidated. He got knocked down by Sharp. Toe drag swag successful, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, got the catch inbounds and carried him out of bounds to stop the clock, which is exactly what they needed to possibly put up more points. And now SLC is a different team in this fourth quarter. Really, they've just been playing possessed.
If Salt Lake comes back and wins the next game next week as Sharp makes that catch, we will turn back to the fourth quarter here, and we can say that at that point, that's when Salt Lake City decides to basically save their season. Even though Ottawa helped them out, I'm saying in the playoffs, if they come back to win this, come back here to Albuquerque and win the playoff game on Wednesday, we can look back to the fourth quarter at that point where it could be the turning point. We'll see. And this pass is caught by Beisel. I'm not for sure they got the first down. It looks like the Adams are celebrating, so she did not get the first down. Adams will take over at their own 11.
And that was a great play by Owen Grant to stop Beisel on that little flat. And really, one more yard, and she has that first down. But really, great stop by the Adams defense to stop them in their tracks. And now, looks like the Adams are going to close this out.
And they have called off the dogs. Doug Day is not in there anymore. This will be a carry to number 35, John Perry. Hey, I used to wear that number. Good to see number 35 get the carry for 7 yards.
Yeah, and that's just a great way to close this ball game out with 7 yards and keeps this clock running. And Albuquerque is kind of putting their foot on the gas and going to try to close this ball game out.
As you take a look at Douglas Brown, resting up. He knows who his opponent will be next week as they try to complete a perfect season and win back-to-back championships. We have reached the 2-minute warning. The Adams will improve to 8-0, up 30-7 over Salt Lake. You're watching the SFLm live on the Simulation Football League's YouTube channel. As we get ready to resume action here in the fourth quarter, everybody's making adjustments on both sides of the ball. Flat, it'll be a carry. This time for a 2-yard loss. There's the first timeout for Salt Lake. They'll have 2 left. Tackle made by Isaiah King III, be 3rd and 4.
That time the defense gave Albuquerque all the room they wanted with their secondary, but unfortunately for Albuquerque, they just couldn't pick up the first down and got stopped by Salt Lake, but great defense by Salt Lake to get that stop.
Here we go, 3rd and 4. Power I. Another carry. First down. Drive will stay alive. And Salt Lake would not call a timeout because unfortunately there is an injury. The number 35 Perry gets injured on that play as referee puts his hands on his head. That's the second injury for the Adams in this game. Of course, they lost their tight end, Truth, earlier. He'll be back for this the rematch between Salt Lake this Wednesday coming up. So will Perry. Douglas Brown will force to come back in because of that. Elijah Townsend is the new quarterback. He's been the quarterback this entire drive so far. Brown breaks the tackle. Brown is not happy that they injure his backup running back. Taking more people to the shower round. 14-yard carry would be 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that time he stuck up for his backup because Perry got hurt on that prior play, and that time Douglas Brown was taking out his frustration and picking up that big chunk of yards, and now they've got 1st and 10 and can kind of run out this clock.
Yeah, it looks like they're about to enter victory formation, the best formation in any level of football. There we go. Salt Lake will call their last timeout. So once again, the playoff matchups are as follows. The two teams that you're watching right now will meet up again on Wednesday. Same stadium as well. Albuquerque, the number 1 seed, proving to 8-0, will host Salt Lake, the number 4 seed. Wow, San Jose and Tacoma will face off in a rematch from last week. Tacoma will be the number 2 seed and will host that game, and San Jose will become the number 3 seed. Again, action will take place this Wednesday, June the 16th, on this very YouTube channel, the SFL YouTube channel. So after this kneel down, the Adams will punt, and Salt Lake will have probably just a few seconds left to build up some more momentum before their matchup against this team next week.
Absolutely. And they get about 30 seconds left to work with, give or take, and definitely try to build some momentum for this coming playoff game.
You already know we got a lot of folks in the SFL chat talking some trash, getting ready for the matchup on Wednesday. Right now, the punt by Bennington is fielded inside the 35, tackled at the 35 is Hickman. We got 23 seconds left before the end of the SFLm season. And Wade, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who will be the two teams in the championship game on June 20th? Father's Day, by the way.
Yeah. In the championship?
Yes.
You have to put me on the spot, don't you?
Sure do.
I'm going to say the team that wins. The teams that win.
Oh, that's obvious, but who? You got 10 seconds to waste some time.
Yeah. I'm going to say, to me, honestly, I'd say I have a feeling Albuquerque has a great chance, with them being 7-0. They have obviously a great chance, but I have to be maybe a little homer and say San Jose is going to meet them in the championship.
I know you guys are hungry. Y'all want revenge against Tacoma. Here we go. Hail Mary attempt to close out this game with 6 seconds left. Utah needs to avoid the pressure. He does not. He gets sacked, and that's how this game will end. Sack was made by Dante Grimm, first of his SFLm career. Andy Adams finished the regular season perfect, 8-0, as they dominated this game 30-7. And Wade, what are your thoughts from tonight's matchup?
Well, to me, it starts and ends with time of possession, because the Adams had 9 minutes more on the field on offense, and it shows, because that's 3 or 4 scores that put them ahead. But I will say Salt Lake City showed me something in that fourth quarter. They really came alive and started to make things work and get some stuff started, and unfortunately they just couldn't get that sustained success all game and end up with the loss tonight. But really, they can take kind of what they did in the fourth quarter and really some positive things for their defense and offense in the first 3 quarters, and really they can look at the game film, get some simulations out of the way, and really try to get a winning plan for on Wednesday.
Remember, nothing's a guarantee. You gotta earn that victory on Wednesday if you want to make it to the championship. We'll see if the Adams can complete the perfect season, or will Salt Lake play spoiler on Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, Albuquerque is just so incredibly good, and Salt Lake has to do whatever they can to, steal a victory. But really, just a phenomenal game, and it'll be fun to watch.
Your player of the game Henry Meyer III, 8 receptions, 195 yards, receiving 2 touchdowns, averaging over 24 yards per catch. With Wade Phillips, this is T-Roy Gaines, and we got the commissioner, Cameron Irvine, back at SFL headquarters. We're signing off. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on playoff time in a couple of days. Take care, everyone. See you on June 16th.
Good night, everybody.